Hi there, I'm Cindy Russell, and this is Spotlight on Spruce for March 17th, 2023. I am here with Grant Jackson, who is our newly elected PC party candidate for Spruce Woods.
That's right.
That is a mouthful.
Yes, it is.
Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Well, thanks for having me, Cindy.
So, what was the nomination process like for you?
Yeah, so really interesting process. You go about it by selling memberships to the party, and then everybody who buys a membership gets one vote at a nomination meeting voting day. So, it was really great to be able to, unplug from work and just be, on the phone, out in community, all across Spruce Woods constituency, just catching up with some people that I've known a long time, but maybe haven't been in touch with recently, or trying to get new people who have never been involved politically before to purchase a membership and come out and support me. So yeah, it was really a busy 2 months, very busy, but I really enjoyed it. We've got quite a diverse constituency. A lot of people know that Spruce and Wawanesa and Glenborough are together, but we go all the way west to Oak Lake, Rivers to the north, and all the way east to Holland. Okay. And then we also, in this constituency, have the North Hill of Brandon. So we have sort of a rural-urban split in this constituency, which is a bit different as well.
Oh, that is different, and pretty wide, more than what I thought that you would have to be a part of, but no, that's great. So now that you've won, how do you feel?
Yeah, I mean, it was sort of a very surreal day, and the next couple of days after. But I just really feel quite humbled and honored that a lot of these people are people I've known for years. A lot of Conservative members and a lot of people from this community in particular are people I've known my whole life. And so the fact that they would take out a membership and drive to Wawanesa to vote, and that they think that I'm up to the task of doing the job is really quite humbling to me. And I just, I'm going to work hard to make sure I don't let them down.
That's great. And I'm not trying to age myself a bit, but I watched you grow up.
Yes.
Just working with your dad and just watching you go into the politics, it just was such a good fit for you. And just and when I seen that you were running for this, I was like, way to go, Grant. That's awesome.
Well, I'm excited. Yeah. I mean, it's time. I think you're seeing a lot of retirements right now particularly on the Conservative side provincially. And I think that's a good thing. I think every organization needs renewal. And so it's maybe time for a younger generation to step up. That's certainly why I put my name forward. And I've always loved people. Yeah. So it's a great fit.
Yeah. So what comes next?
Yeah, so it's a bit awkward. Some people are phoning me, with their concerns, but I'm not the MLA yet, so I can't do too much on that side of things. Cliff is still very much the MLA until October, and his office, handles those types of concerns. So what's next for me is sort of just being out and about as much as I can. So this weekend, for example, I'm here with you folks tonight. I've got a Glenborough, the firefighters department, is having a pancake breakfast fundraiser tomorrow. Then the Legion Bonspiel here in Spruce, and then I've got a couple of stops in Brandon on Sunday. And so just doing as much of that as I can. And then on the organizational side, just want to make sure that I'm putting together a team of people, both, longtime Conservatives, but also trying to get some of the new people who bought for me engaged and make sure I've got a team together that's ready to work and win an election in October.
So what are some of the biggest issues facing the province that you've heard about during the nomination process?
Yeah, well, healthcare was top of mind for almost everyone. I knew that there would be a certain segment of the age group of the population, if you will, that healthcare was a concern for, but lots of younger people very concerned about healthcare too in their community. They're starting families or, in the field as a career. And so, that's top of mind. We just have to find a way to address these staffing shortages that we're seeing rural and urban across the province. And more than that, we have to figure out how we ended up in this position, because it never should have gotten this bad.
Yeah.
And so we have to, more than just fixing it, we have to also fix whatever the process was so that we don't ever end up here again. So I think that's certainly heard that loud and clear. And then people are concerned about infrastructure funding.
Yeah.
Highways are not in good shape, water and wastewater in their municipalities, that type of thing. So heard lots about those issues as well. Those would be the top two.
And when it comes to like the roads and infrastructure, like just being in Manitoba, like it's, in my opinion, it's so hard to keep up with because of our weather. Like our changing climate and our cold winters make keeping the roads hard. So then like they're always having to have something done, but it's...
Yeah, it certainly doesn't do us any favors.
No.
It's not quite like building a highway in Florida, but there's ways. Saskatchewan and Ontario, Northern Ontario have much better highways than us in most cases, and they deal with the same weather. So, whether it's different contracting arrangements with the heavy construction companies that are building these roads, or definitely interested in looking at that to see what we can do to get better quality for what Manitobans are paying for.
Well, good. That's good to know. What are your top priorities if you win the general election in October?
Yeah. Well, healthcare, like we talked about, I think people really want to see some action on that. And so, I think there's a way to work better with our post-secondary education system, our high schools, and the healthcare system to make sure that they're talking together better about the needs, and make sure that government is funding the right training seats at the right time, so that there aren't these major gaps that we're seeing. So I would like to see some action on that, and would certainly be pushing for that. And then I also really think we regionally we need to start talking about economic growth and job creation in Western Manitoba. We've seen a lot of economic development, but not a lot of it has been west of Portage.
Right.
And that's a concern for me. And so I know that municipal governments have gotten organized better in the last couple of years. They're calling themselves the Western Caucus now, and they all meet regularly to discuss issues that are common to the 20 or 22 municipalities in this southwestern corner of the province. I think that's really effective because levels of government, if it's one or two municipalities, that's not as big a voice than if it's 20, all speaking on the same issue. And so I think the Westman MLAs can play a bigger role in working with that group, between that group and the provincial government, to try and solve some issues. So I would like to see them work together, particularly on what opportunities are out, if we work together, what opportunities are there out there to attract investment or companies to create jobs here, or, can we work together on a couple of critical infrastructure projects on waterways, for example, rather than having a dam in every town. Maybe we only need 2 or 3, and that could deal with water capacity issues if we work together, that type of thing. So that would be, other than healthcare, that would be the next sort of big thing on my bucket list.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Look, it sounds like you're going to have a lot of work to do.
Well, I think there's lots to be done.
There's lots to be done.
Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome. What are you most looking forward to over the next few months?
Well, I'm really just excited to be out in communities. Like, as we were just talking, I love people. I always have. And so, being out and about and being approachable to people, that if they have a challenge or a concern, please call me, please stop me on the street, let's have a conversation about it, and see if I can help. And so I'm just really excited to be out and about across this constituency, because these are not just Souris, but all these towns I grew up in this constituency. So I'm just really excited to be here and be out and about. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, we're glad to have you here.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
nice
excited
to see you home.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to share before we end this?
Not that I can think of top of mind. No, Cindy, just really, thank you again to everybody who has shown me support, and hopefully we can have a successful campaign leading into October. I'm certainly mean to work hard for it.
Yeah.
And really looking forward to, if we win, I hope we will, then bringing the MLA back to Souris, and really excited to be present. Yeah, for sure.
Well, thank you for being here, and congratulations again on how far you've come so far, and good luck the next couple months. Not to say who I'm going to vote for, but pretty much probably have my vote.
Oh, good. Well, thanks very much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. If you have anything that you'd like to have on Spotlight on Souris, please call Sheila Kirkup at 204-483-3116. I'm Cindy Russell, and this has been Spotlight on Souris for March 17th, 2023. Have a great night.